All right, today we're going to install a catch can on a 2023 Kia Telluride. So this is the V6 engines, all that's offered as of this moment, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So first things first, this is going to be the hose. As you can see right here, this is your air intake. Come down right here behind it. This is your PCV. So what we're going to basically do is you're going to undo this hose right here. We're going to see if we can just undo it there without undoing this. I saw some videos where they undid all this other stuff. We're going to try to do it without it. Undo this hose. We're going to have one hose that goes in right there. Going to take it over here. Other side, we bought the higher dollar one. You can get a cheap one, but this is a nice car, so I bought the higher dollar one. It's going to mount right here. Oil catch can's going to go here. Going to have a hose going back from there, back around, and go back into this valve right here. So what this does, catches oil vapor, things like that, keeps it from going in your valves, keeps it from dirtying that up, just trying to keep the longevity of this car up. So I'm gonna show you what you need next. All right, what you should need, I got the, what is it, J&L oil catch can. Cost a lot more. You can probably get an Amazon one and get by, but this is a nice car, so I got the expensive one. It's a clean finish. All that stuff comes with the hoses cut to the right length. So what this kit comes with, you've got the bracket to mount it up. You've got you 2 screws, and that's to mount the bracket onto the catch can, a hose clamp for your hoses. You got the catch can itself, 1 hose for the return, 1 hose going to the catch can. Gonna need a 10 mil. Gonna need a wrench to get your hose clamps off, and looks like these are Phillips heads, so Phillips head to mount the bracket onto the catch can. So let's start the first step. All right, we're gonna remove this hose clamp. I'm gonna get back with you after I do it. I've only got 2 hands and not a good camera. So right here, this is the hose going into the PCV valve, into your intake right there. So let's remove that clamp and remove this hose. I'm gonna see if I can do it without removing this. I'll holler back at you here in just a second. We'll see. All right, we got it off. I ended up having to get a flathead screwdriver and removing this hose right here. I pulled this one off, kind of tucked it back in right there to get to this. Pulled that hose clamp back, kind of had to wedge a flathead screwdriver down in there to get a little air in it and pull it off. All right, so what we're gonna do now, we've got a hose that goes into here, over to our catch can, and then a hose that goes from our catch can back to here. So I'll show you how to do that. All right, so I got this hose onto this is my outlet, or my inlet, I guess, going into my, I'm gonna go blank right here, in my valve. And then I have the hose that was originally going into it, hooked into this hose over here. So now it's time, let's put our catch can here. So we're gonna take this 10 millimeter off, put our bracket on, catch can right here by the washer fluid, or the coolant, and it's gonna look factory. I'll show you here in just a second when I get it on. All right, so you're gonna wanna put this on this hand type where you can move it around, adjust it as needed. Got the catch can on here. I'm gonna do something that these kit did not supply. Just looking at everything, there's no reason you should have to remove this top again. When you drain it, you will twist it down here to drain the bottom. And these are just small Phillips head screws, so I'm gonna add some blue Loctite on each one of these. This right here is what I'm adding. This is, you don't have to do this, but I'm just thinking over time those screws could potentially kind of vibrate loose, so I'm gonna put a little Loctite on there. You do what you want, that's what I'm doing. And once I get that all tightened up, I'm gonna get the hoses on right here, and I'll catch you here in a minute. All right, so I got the lines on, got the can mounted. It's still loose. We're gonna tighten it up here in a second. Got it all hooked up back here, ready to go. So this line right here, I've watched several videos on this. Had to watch them a couple times to make sure I did it all right. And so I'm gonna tell you here to make sure you do it right. So this line, we're gonna follow it back. This is gonna be the line that hooks up right here. And then the other side is gonna be the line that goes over and hooks to your factory connector. And what you're ensuring here is the soil's gonna come in here, drop out, and then drop any vapors, anything moisture in here, and clean air going back into your intake. Or vice versa. I think that's right. Yeah. So oil vapor air going in, clean air going out. And so I'm gonna kind of pull this thing tight. I'll get you a video showing everything here in a minute, but they supply a zip tie. We might end up using another one. We may not use any of them. I'm gonna adjust this how I want it, tighten it all up, show you what it looks like when it's done. We're wanting it to look factory at the end of the day. It's a nice car. We want it to look like it belongs. All right, I've got it all done. That's what it looks like. We can go half. So there you go, kind of broader view. So I've got it all tightened down, not going anywhere. Got my hoses ran. I ended up not putting the zip tie on there. I didn't see any reason for it. It tucks in nice behind the engine bay there. Got this hose back on, hooked back up, factory location. All the work's hidden. I don't see a reason to zip tie it. If you want to zip tie it, feel free. But to me, that looks pretty factory right there. I don't think anybody that doesn't know about cars would look at it and think anything's been done to it. I don't know if it voids any type of warranty thing. No clue. I'm looking for longevity out of this car. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. If you like this video, feel free to like it. But there's an oil catch can on a 23 Telluride. Come on.